Good afternoon. Phil Lindeman with your Krystal 93 News from Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery. 2 weeks after Election Day and a surprise 180, the final tally now shows wine in grocery stores passed by just over 1%. Paul Phillips from Antlers Liquor and Wine Cellar in Frisco was vocally opposed to that bill.
It goes to show you how some of the mountain counties really care about small business a little bit more than downtown Denver.
Rural voters, including Summit, tended to reject the measure. Front Range voters tended to support it.
It was a David and Goliath battle, and most people don't realize that they spent $35 million trying to force this down Coloradoans' throats.
Wine is coming to grocery stores statewide March 1st. So how will this change business at Antlers?
Maybe we won't carry as many jug wines.
2 other liquor bills officially failed, including one for home delivery, failing by just over 2%.
If all 3 of those went through at the same time, that really would have been kind of the kiss of death for small business liquor stores.
Disappearing by 2025 are to-go cocktails from restaurants. The home delivery bill would have protected them. For the first time ever, the Breckenridge economy could be worth $1 billion this year. Through September, taxable town industries have made nearly $700 million. If the rest of this year makes a little more than last year, spending in town will hit $1 billion. Leading the pack is Breck's new cash cow, short-term rentals, worth $250 million this year. STRs have generated $19 million in tax revenue, triple the proceeds from bars and restaurants, nearly double that of retail. A 2-year, $200,000 facelift at Francie's cabin south of Breck is finally finished.
Pulling this off at close to 12,000 feet off-grid was perhaps another level, but it all came together really, really well, and I'm extremely pleased with the outcome.
That was Josh Flanagan, director at Summit Huts Association. Tune in tomorrow morning for more on what it takes to remodel the most popular backcountry hut in Colorado. This week on the State of Summit, one man's junk got some love in county chambers yesterday.
We've all seen conversations on the very popular Facebook page, One Man's Junk Summit County. I did not read those comments.
That was County Commissioner Elizabeth Lawrence in the opening minutes of a lengthy development hearing, summed up here.
We are down to the most difficult and challenging sites. The easy ones are done.
I think people don't want to see any development. They don't want to see anything that changes, their surrounding properties.
Here is the story you will not find on One Man's Junk. Third-generation property owners want to build on Little Mountain. It's the hill just south of downtown Breck, overlooking the ice rink, where private property signs are now blocking a popular trail.
If you were to build where we propose, it's not visible. The driveway is something you can't get around. We've looked at alternatives and there just aren't great alternatives.
But these neighbors argue this change is truly bad change.
I've spent countless hours tearing down teepees on this land and man-made structures, so you're welcome.
Town and county planners mostly agree this home and this driveway are not the best fit.
We absolutely can find a place to put a single-family home on this property, but we just do not support this proposal.
But Little Mountain is more complicated than a long, windy driveway crossing a favorite locals trail. Real estate agent Ron Shelton interpreting what happened decades ago when the property owner's grandparents were there.
County commissioners came to them urgently looking for a couple of acres. The tractors were there warming up. They were ready to build the road. Oh my God, we don't own the property. We have to have it. So naturally, these good people gave 2 acres to the county to build the road, not knowing that they were being led into a box.
Shelton then implied the county is coming back for what it left behind.
This is so one-sided, it's obvious. Okay, we get it. Summit County wants to buy the property. The town of Breckenridge wants to buy the property. We understand that. The property is not for sale.
With little follow-up discussion, commissioners denied the proposal by split vote. Commissioner Lawrence was the dissenting vote. Tune in again next week for the State of Summit on Krystal 93. Today's town council meeting in Silverthorne is canceled. Canceled yesterday was the Frisco meeting. Next scheduled meeting for both is December 14th. In sports, the Nuggets play the Thunder tonight at 6. The Avalanche face the Canucks at 8. And in local sports, yesterday morning was race 2 of the Rise and Shine Rando Series at A-Basin, where David Giardini and Jill Seeger were top finishers. Rounding out the podiums were Marshall Graybill, Arthur Whitehead, Kate Zander, and Marina Ergoff. Right now in Frisco is your last chance to sign up for the Turkey Day 5K. Get registered at the Old Community Center on 3rd and Granite Street. The race is tomorrow at 9:30. 1,500 runners are expected. Phil Lindeman with your Krystal 93 News from Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery.